What's happening, guys? My name is OTG and I'd like to welcome you to episode number 4 of our F1 2012 Career Mode series with the Williams team, and we are in Catalonia and we've qualified ourselves in 10th. Maldonado qualified 2 places ahead of me, which is really good for Maldonado, and hopefully though, if all goes well, we can both get into the points and stick there. So you see now we're getting off to a reasonably good start, and Maldonado is going side by side with Schumacher. I go very cautious into the corner just because I don't want to have any contact. Raikkonen and Rosberg both side by side. We take Raikkonen, we're going around the outside of Rosberg, and there's cars 4 abreast going through that corner as we come through, and there's a little bit of contact there, and I don't know what's going on. Things are going around, and then Maldonado is off, and you know, I don't want that to happen. You see, the thing what I was thinking here was, yeah, I've taken it nicely, but I just want Maldonado to get in the points as well. I was thinking of the team here, so I took one for the team, and we've just done one of my flashbacks side by side with Maldonado now, going around the corner. He should be grateful that I've done that for him and let me have the position, which he does. So we are up into 5th position behind Mark Webber, Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel. Although Mark Webber is going a little bit wide to give us some space as we brake a little bit later than Mark Webber, taking the corner nicely, and we are all right up his backside in his car. No sexual references there, please no sexual references. Maldonado is behind us in our slipstream, trying to get the move, braking on the right braking line, going a little bit wide there, leaving a gap for Maldonado, but he has not got it because Nico Rosberg has overtaken him. So that's a problem for me. What I was hoping for was that Maldonado would drift off and then just hold him up like I would, but Nico Rosberg's got past him. As now we're coming into the final sector, braking around onto the chicanes, the corners I hate the most on this track are them ones. This track is like my second home. I know it like the back of my hand, and everyone hates them corners. As we got no more curves left, we're hitting the optimal. I think we're in the fast fuel mode. I'm not 100% sure, but sorry about that. We are coming down the main straight now. Mark Webber's getting away. Nico Rosberg is getting away from the rest of the pack of Maldonado. So in the moment, I would say we're in no man's land between 2 sets of cars, and we're just sitting tightly. So a 5th position at the moment is perfectly fine by my standards. If we can keep going as normal, though, I will show you the first 3 laps, the in lap, and then probably the last few laps of the race. Because this race was a very steady one. Because I know it so well, I was getting fastest laps and all this. I was really putting in the best possible effort, and you know, I was very much going for the win. As we come around now onto the second sector, coming up to one of the best corners on the track, is when you hit that perfectly, you can go flying, especially this next corner as well. You hit it right, you are off, and I hit it quite okay there, going a little bit wide, but you can hit that perfectly, and I might show you later on when you hit it perfectly, it just comes off. This corner though is probably one of the most difficult. It's technically challenging for anyone. You've got to be putting in your best effort, and you've got to trust the car. You've just got to throw the car into these corners. This one though is probably the one where you get the most speed round as you come around onto this corner, where you just have to go and like glide around the corner. But as we can see now, we're not catching up to Mark Webber, but Nico Rosberg's catching up to us, and we begin to lose our rear end. So I do the most sensible thing possible, and I hurry up and I just restart it with one of my flashbacks. I use flashbacks because the car does have a mind of its own sometimes, and using a flashback, we do in fact muck up the corner, giving Nico Rosberg space right behind us. He's going to be hogging our slipstream. I do not believe he has DRS. He does in fact have KERS, so he's coming right up, and that is just pure KERS, I believe, and he is absolutely storming. We're going to have to try and brake later than him, and we do, side by side into the first corner, going on to the second. Hamilton sets the fastest lap, and Nico Rosberg doesn't get the position. We take the position back. That was really good driving from both drivers there. Both very committed and both very clean. So that is really what you want to see. Imagine if that was on sprint mode online. How much more fun would that be? Nice braking. And we're taking the corner well. Rosberg just didn't make it stick. They always brake quite early, the AI, and you can easily catch him out. But we're now coming on to, as we say, one of the most, well, it's one of the most difficult ones. If you make a mistake, then you will be punished quite easily. So we hit the apex there, hit the apex again, coming up to the corner. Can we hit this corner perfectly? We do, in fact. That's how you should hit the corner, coming a little bit wide there. That's how you should hit the corner, because it will give you the most speed out onto the back, onto the straight. Well, I say straight, it will be the longest part of the track, apart from the main straight. Quite a very corner-related track, and that's why I like it so much. It's all about cornering, and normally when you're doing a race you don't have the most speed. It's all about your technical difficulty and how well you can corner, and cornering is probably one of my favourite things. This corner though is not my favourite thing at all. As we go through the corner, we hit it fine though, and we come on to the last lap of the race. Lap 3 was a very eventful lap, not setting our fastest personal lap, 28, 2 seconds, in fact 3 seconds now slower than Sebastian Vettel. Now we're coming on to our in-lap, lap 6. We are ahead of Pastor Maldonado, who's got in front of Nico Rosberg, so that's a good sign. So 5th and 6th for the two Williams. Pastor is catching up with us a little bit. He's in the fast fuel mode. I'm trying to conserve fuel as I go on to my in-lap. As we just come around now onto the nice dome sort of circuit, how do you call it, the dome corner, that's it. That's what it's not. It has a name, I just cannot think of the name. If anyone knows what it is, please leave a comment. It's a very nice corner. If you get it wrong though, you can make some serious mistakes. Them few corners there though are very, very nice ones to take. And as we come now, I go on to the low fuel mix. As we come now onto the nice corner, we go down to the lean fuel mix now, driving as fast as we possibly can and getting as much speed whilst we're on the lean fuel mix to try and maybe, possibly, I very unlikely doubt that we can jump Schumacher, but we can stay in this position as Pastor Maldonado is right behind us now. He's going around the outside, we're blocking off any chance he had. We're coming on and we brake nice and early to defend against Pastor, but Pastor Maldonado does in fact have someone going up his inside. I think it's a Toro Rosso. We almost lose the rear end of the car. In fact, Nico Rosberg is back in front of Pastor Maldonado. So now we've got to worry about Nico Rosberg, and we've also got to hope that Pastor Maldonado can get back in front of Rosberg. So I feel a little bit guilty losing the rear end there again. So quite clearly the tyres are coming off the cliff. And as we come into the pits, no one else is, Pastor can't come in the pits. So we're going to have to hope that when they do pit the rest of the guys, that we can jump them. As you see now, the front load of drivers have gone in. Only one driver has stayed out, and that is Mark Webber. We go into the pits. There's no cars around us, so we should have a nice clean pit stop. Going on to the harder compound tyres, which will last us to the end of the race. 10 laps, them tyres are going to have to last in a 17 lap race. We come out, and things are looking nice and dandy. We're hitting the corner hopefully perfectly. As I like the way that the blue line comes out, and you can get it right. But there's tracks like Australia, where they just plonk you there and you're like, whoa, what's just going on here? And that is really a nice thing to see. On to lap 15 now, on to the final few laps. Kimi Raikkonen got up to 6th, and Pastor Maldonado is down into 7th. So something's happened to Nico Rosberg. We'll have a look at the end of the race. I think he may have got jumped in the bits. Raikkonen is right on our backside, and we are defending our hearts off. We need this points. We need to be battling, and if Pastor Maldonado can get it, then I will finally feel like I can rely on my teammate to start scoring points for the team. And hopefully, as we go into the next race in Monaco, we can get points. I can tell you now, Monaco is my least favourite track on the whole entire season, so I will be crying throughout the whole entire thing. No, and please don't take the mick. I do not like Monaco at all. Catalonia is my track. Along with Hockenheim, Monza and Canada. Obviously after Monaco we have Canada, so I'll be looking forward to that. But after the first few races, this is race 5, I believe. No, this is what race is this? We're on lap 5. We're on race 5 now, aren't we? So we've had Australia, Malaysia, China, then it's Catalonia. So this is race 4. Then it's, oh god, I'm losing track. But yeah, anyway, whatever race this is, it's a good race. So, I'm trying to think now, I'm stuck in the moment. Yes, this is, no, this is race 5, we have Bahrain as well. So this is race 5, so if I said race 4 at the start, I apologise. So we're on race 5, as we come on to the final lap, I've completely avoided the whole entire commentary. 24 seconds behind Schumacher, just the difference in pace. Kimi Raikkonen going for the move, blocking off any sort of chance he had. He backs off. As we come onto the first corner, hitting it perfectly onto the second flying corner, and this just shows you the class I have around this track. I mean, anyone will say, oh, my mates will say, oh yeah, you're rubbish at F1. I can hit the apexes on this track like I'm hitting a boxer. Let's just say I'm a boxer and I can hit people hard. God, if that was someone else, they might have been saying hitting a woman, but I am not that nasty. I'm a very nice person. We're coming on to the second sector of the race, coming on to, as we say, the most difficult one, hitting the apex perfectly. So as we come on to the last lap, we are hitting it perfectly. Go to the rich fuel mode, as we have 1+ lap left of fuel. I completely forgot about it. He's in that corner nicely. Obviously we are slowing down because the tyres and the fuel is running out. Sebastian Vettel wins the Spanish Grand Prix. And we come round now onto the third and final sector of the race. The last few seconds we're going to have around here. Sebastian Vettel sets the fastest lap of the race. Just don't want to make any mistakes. Raikkonen doesn't look like he's close. And it looks like I am the best Williams for the job at getting the points here in Catalonia. Pastor Maldonado is going to take 8th place, or yeah, about 8th place. As Button takes Raikkonen on the final sector, we take 5th position. We are over the moon, guys. Thank you for watching. My name is OTG. I'll see you guys in whatever my next video is. Bye, guys.